What's going on, everybody? This is your third episode of Panorama, the spot for insightful conversation, thought provoking. And today, we're going to have none other than the one and only, my brother, R.A. What's
What it
going
do,
on,
gang?
man?
What's happening,
How
my
you
boy?
been? How you been? How you doing?
Man, I'm doing good, bro. How about you?
Shit, I can't complain, bro. I'm excited to have you on the platform. I know we be running into each other every so often. We can never have a whole conversation, but we finna do that today. So I'm excited to have you, bro. What's been going
My
on with you
pleasure.
though?
Man, just focus on this career. We shared a little bit of it off cam, but just back in my health, doing a lot better. I mean, that's been the focus, bro. God first.
For sure. So for people who aren't familiar with who you are or what you do, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, of course, man. So obviously, my name's RA. That's what I go by. I'm from Milwaukee, born and raised. Uh, I'm a traveling tattoo artist, professional. I do music, songwrite, and lately I've been doing a lot of editing for video and photography.
Damn, that's what's up. Jack of all trades, eh?
Yes, sir. You gotta have multiple hustles.
Hell yeah. So, did anyone inspire you to get into tattooing, or how did that come about?
Yeah, so it was this dude in the hood, and anybody on the south side would know his name. His name is Tattoo Dave. Shout out to you, bro, because
Shout out Tattoo Day.
he was the reason why I even thought about taking it serious, because he would let me come over to the
Mhm.
crib while he's tattooing with my boy, and he would get tattooed. I wasn't able to yet, and I would sit in and draw my own designs and give it to him. And people would get those
Mm.
designs tattooed. And then eventually he was like, "Hey, yo, I'll tattoo one of your own designs on you if you want." He was like, "Just let me know." So I went and asked my mom. She said, "Yeah." So shit, I went and got tattooed. And the rest was history. I got addicted after that.
Yeah. Mm.
Not even to the
So
getting
how many tat?
tattoos, to doing them.
Oh yeah. So that got you into So that was it right there.
Yep.
How many tattoos do you have?
Me, I got close to like 25. I got a little
Okay.
collection.
Nice. Okay. That's what's up. That's what's up. And you go when you get your tats done, you being a tattoo artist yourself, I know that there's certain parts of your skin that you probably could do yourself. Do tattoo artists do that, or do you normally just go to somebody that you kind of fuck with and they do the tattoos for you?
When I was younger, I would do it myself because I was impatient. I'm mature now.
Mm,
I save my money and pay somebody else for their time.
for sure, for sure. So how
Excuse
long have
me.
you been perfecting your craft?
Shit. Well, I started Art 5 professional at 17, and then I started a whole tattoo journey at 21. And I never put off the brakes. I've been all gas in this motherfucker.
Damn.
Yeah.
So, Ink Wars, what is that in how do you tie into that?
So the current shop I'm working at, the Skin Museum, the owner there knows another artist in the city. They just so happened to put together that show, and he was like, "Hey, try to get on there if you can, real quick." So I signed up. I had to pay to sign up, by the
Nice.
way, and I got on, and yeah, I won.
Oh, nice. That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. Congrats. Yeah,
Thank you, buddy.
let's check out. I think we got some of your work. Let's check some of that work out.
Bet.
Damn, bro. You're super talented, my guy. That
Appreciate you,
shit
brother.
looks amazing. That's some amazing tattoo work, bro. Oh,
Appreciate it, bro. I tattoo like I paint.
yeah. So you obviously like you have um other niches that you just like you just started tattooing. You said that you draw, right? I'm
Yeah.
guessing that you draw, right?
Oh yeah.
Uh so you're very artistic when it comes to you got a pen or pencil in your hand and you could just go crazy, hey?
Yep.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
No, seriously, bro. It started at 5.
Wow. Yeah.
5 years
I mean,
old,
you
bro.
could tell by like the work shows for itself. You know what I'm saying? Most definitely that shit looks very uh like clean. Like that was some immaculate looking ass tattoos, bro. As I don't really see like I mean, don't get me wrong. I know that there's a lot of tattoo artists and stuff like that, but when I see tattoos like that, I see tattoos from like when you're just scrolling and you might see somebody a tattoo or something, but you don't know what an artist that did it. You know what I'm saying? You just kind of see, bam, oh, okay, this is a tattoo, blah blah blah. You don't know who did it, but
Yeah.
knowing you, you know what I'm saying, and seeing that type of work, that's fucking crazy. That's some crazy work, bro.
I
But
appreciate you, brother.
yeah, absolutely, man. But So you had to overcome some struggles with your physical health. How did that go? Can you take us through that a little bit?
Well, I actually tell you where it started. I got into a car accident. I think it was
Mm,
2009. I was a passenger in a car, high speed car accident. I was not pronounced at the scene, but I coded, meaning I was gone. And from
mm-hmm.
my end, my personal end is the last thing I remember, bro. I'm in a car with 3 other chicks, and my brother's in a car in front of me with his lady. And I'm reaching to put my phone on a charger, and we in an old ass metal Chevy Cavalier. I don't know whoever out there remember that car. Y'all know that's a metal box.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to stuff my phone in the little center console because it's enough space to wedge a phone while you're charging it, right? And I
Mm-hmm.
look to my right, and it's a semi tow truck, not a regular tow truck, a big fucking tow truck towing a
Holy
semi.
shit!
And in my head, it looked like a 2-headed snake, and that's the last thing I remember. The next thing I
Damn.
remember is I'm falling, and it's like I'm in a black ass tunnel, but there's a lot of space in it. You feel me? Because there's no way for my
Mm-hmm.
arms to feel or where I'm at or gauge how far this wall was. But at the bottom,
Mm-hmm.
it looks like a pebble, but the pebble's so bright, I know it's a place. It's somewhere. I don't know where it is, but I'm falling towards that. And as I'm falling, I hear somebody saying my name. And when the voice gets louder and louder, it starts to echo. And eventually, boom, I'm getting pulled out the car. And they saying
Mm-hmm.
my name, but I don't know my name. I don't know shit. The first thing, this is funny as fuck, but the first thing I actually did remember was I had weed in my sock. And I got 2 sheriffs next to me asking me questions. And I'm like, y'all don't smell that, huh? Cool. You feel me? So I get to the hospital. I get I get released because I didn't want to stay. Because in reality, I had the next day, bro. I had a tattoo party for my son, so I wasn't concerned about shit with my health because I was really thinking, all right, I gotta get this money. I got my son's birthday party. I was going through divorce, so my mind was somewhere else
Mm-hmm.
at the time. Left, went and did the tattoo party, made it to the end of the tattoo party, and my guy was like, "Yo, you should probably go look in the mirror." So I go to look in the mirror, and this side of my face, it looked like
Mm-hmm.
how they got make ogres look in the movies with the big ass arch in the eyebrows.
Mm-hmm.
That's how my face was, bro. I had
Mm-hmm.
half alien head.
Damn.
So
Wow.
What happened from that event, and I noticed now because I've been through all of the feelings of it, is I started
Mm-hmm.
having absent seizures. I started having seizures where it wasn't like I was falling on the floor, passing out. I was just
Mm-hmm.
not responsive. I was blacking the fuck out. I was in the middle of doing something. I could be running, jogging, moving, and it was just boom, shut down.
Wow.
And I wasn't able to put two and two together because again, I was in survival mode for too long, bro. And fast forward 2016, that's when it really developed, and I started having full blown seizures. And then I had I had some problems with my back from that accident that led me
Mm-hmm.
to have a seizure so bad. When I got up, bro, couldn't walk normal again. Nothing.
Wow.
I had a cane after the walker, and that was 2 years of my life. And then I got into another accident. I was hit by a damn mini school bus, and
Damn.
I had to have surgery and other things from that. And to keep the timeline together, now this is into 20, I believe somewhere between 2018 2019. At this point I have to look to double check. But when that happens, I had to go back to therapy again. All the while I'm still seasoned, still having my issues. Now on top of a neck brace, surgery, and having to go to physical therapy. So that carried on into like 2020. And then in 2020, I was induced in a coma. And it's something nobody really knows. Because I didn't even know until I asked my family members who were around the EMTs or talked to a doctor. And for one, bro, I was in fucking Hayward, Wisconsin, which is all the way up at the top. And we celebrating Jeremiah's birthday at a cabin. I started bleeding from my nose and I couldn't stop coughing up blood overnight.
Damn.
And there was two things that passed through my head. One is I drink time to time between that. I wasn't really heavy drinking like that. So from what I recall, I just had a shot of apple cider, something like that. But what I didn't settle right with was the food. And we had some bar food. That shit was disgusting. So
Mm.
I think I had food poisoning. At least that's what I think. I don't know what happened, honestly. But what I do know is that from like 3 in the morning until 3 p.m., I was throwing up blood, 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 blood.
Oh my
And
gosh.
I thought it was food. And my guy was like, no,
Mm-hmm.
that's blood. You need to go to the hospital. So they rushed me to the hospital. The doctors asked me which meds I'm on. I tell them I stopped taking them recently. Don't give me shit. They ignored what I said, bro, and gave me a shot. And that shot sent me into grand mal seizures, which are the worst you can have. And I've only had them a few times, and I call it the metals taste because you taste metal, your head's rocking, and there's so much to it. But long story short,
Wow.
um, I woke up 3 days later from that coma, and then that's when they told me like, hey, like your epilepsy is getting bad. So then from there until like a year and a half ago, my seizures were continually getting to the point where they're uncontrollable. And lights trigger them, too much hot or cold triggers them. Like all these different things are going on, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I was explaining off cam again. That's that part of the story where at this point in my life, bro, I've had thousands of seizures. Um, it was changing me psychologically. It was altering me physically. It was fucking with me bad. Is just the short answer.
Mm-hmm.
And I was on the edge of my rope, bro. I was hanging on that mug. So God always being here in my head and just having these conversations that led me to be introduced to my homie. I met through the spot by my crib, and they all practice as Muslims. I have been as of late. a lot more involved in Muslim culture. And, you know, I confided in him that day and explained to him what I had really been going through because he noticed it. And he gave me this video. And I played that video, bro. And, you know, like I said, like over the course of a week or two, like I ain't notice it. But then the changes just happened. It was instantaneous. Just nothing. It was almost like that part of my life just didn't exist anymore at all.
Wow.
And since then I've been living in that life. You know, like that's what I've been doing now. I'm able to work again. I'm able to do things normally again. I even be popping out every once in a while now. Like, because before that I wouldn't do nothing, bro. I was just home. I wouldn't do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just because, you know, for fear of something happening, and then, you know, Lord forbid I'm not with somebody that's around me, and then they got to find me like that. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
yeah. Because I done had that experience too, you know, being out in public, having seizures. I done had it in court. I done had it in front of randos that were trying to pickpocket me. And I wake up just with enough time, my whole body stiff, and I'm like, "Get fuck off me," type shit. You know what I mean? Like I done been through some shit, bro. Having that shit happen to me. But all praise be to the Most High, man. You know that's what prevailed throughout
Mm-hmm.
that. Yep. So that's the
Wow.
short story. There's so much more complexities to it that you can feel free to ask whatever questions come to mind if you have any. But yeah, that's the short version of that story.
No, that's a nice testimony, bro. Like I like the, you know, the reason I enjoyed your story so much is because it's one of those stories that, you know, you damn near went through all of this struggle, whatever, but it was what they say, the light at the end of the tunnel. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
that's what you're telling me from what I understand. That's that's where you're at now. That's what you're living in right now, which is that's dope, bro. That's dope that you could recognize that. You know what I'm saying? Not a lot of people could slow down and, like, you know, take time to breathe and recognize that, you know, that's a blessing, bro. So that's what's up.
I appreciate
Um,
that, bro.
absolutely. So we're gonna go kind of in the past a little bit with this next question. I'm sure it's gonna trigger some memories and whatnot. Open mic at the spot. What was the spot? What was the spot? And like what was that? You know, what memories do you have of that?
Man, that was our version of 8 Miles movie scenes. Only it just had performances and not battles. It
Mm,
was underground. It was grimy. Niggas was jugging in the bitch. It was going down every time we was there, and it was never no
no
drama,
way.
no funny, no nothing. But it was
Okay.
beautiful, bro. That was our spot. That's why it was called the spot, and it was literally a spot. You know,
That's
yeah,
dope. That's dope. So they used to host open mics there, and it was just like a spot for music. I'm taking it. Eh?
yep. It was the spot
That's
for
what's up.
music. It was the underground music spot on the south side of Milwaukee. That was, if you want to narrow it down with a name, that's or a title, I should say. Yeah.
For sure. And when was that like prominent around? Was it like is it still around? Is that no such thing no more?
No,
When was
long
it
gone.
popping like that? Long gone? Damn, that sucks.
Yeah, it was long gone. It was, man, it was prominent for maybe like, I want to say almost 3 years, almost
Okay.
3 years, something
Damn.
like that. Yeah, and
That's
I don't know
dope.
this whatever surrounded it not being open anymore, but hey, man, for what it's
Mm.
worth, the time was well spent.
Hell yeah. That's dope.
Yeah,
That's
you've seen a
dope.
lot of
So
underground people who end up being like songwriters in the industry now, and like even some artists that are doing it bigger now. They were there first, bro.
wow, that's what's up. Damn. Too bad I didn't get a chance to. I think I was a little bit short when I was doing the whole rapping thing. I think I was maybe like a year shy or something from around when the spot was around. So Alpha Studios, Joey D, Alpha Studios. What were some experiences there? Any stories about the legendary Louis Z?
Oh man, my brother from another. That was the homie, dog. He was always around in passing. You know what I'm saying? And Alpha
Mm-hmm.
Studios was our business venture at the time. At one point, I was invested with them. We were working with artists, bro, and we just had a big community of people around us. So it worked out really well. And what I could say about Louis is, bro, he had the work ethic of some people I have yet to see as far as music goes. He was a grinder, bro,
Mm-hmm.
and he wrote pieces that were from life. He didn't write none of the imitation. He didn't put up no fronts, bro. He was him on a mic. And that's what I
Mm-hmm.
loved about hearing his music. You know what I'm saying? And outside of him being an MC, he was just a down ass fool, you know? Like he was always around a group. He was always solid. He was never on no weird stuff. Um,
Mm-hmm.
just stand up, you know what I'm saying? So,
Hell
man,
yeah.
long live him for sure.
Hell yeah.
Yep,
Long live Louis Z.
yep. He made it on one of my
Uh,
unreleased tracks, bro. I should have sent y'all that.
yeah.
Yep.
Mm.
It's either gonna be like an interlude type style or like a short intro snippet to another track. But I got
Okay.
some I got something
Man,
for him on there.
that's
Yep.
dope. That's what's up. All right. So Black World. The experiences over there, whatever you would like to share. It's your criteria: the good, the bad, the best, the collabs, the work, the ethic over there. I mean, what was the experience over there?
Yo,
Yep, I could hear
man,
you, brother.
can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I got you, bro. I could hear you.
I guess I'm waiting on me to load up or something. I don't know what's going on with my mic right now.
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you perfectly fine on my side.
Oh, okay, we back.
Okay.
Um, so you was talking about Black World last, right?
Yep. I was just whatever criteria you would like to share about the experiences over there.
Okay. Man, so I mean, really, that was kind of like where I got my learner's permit for who I am now. So
Hmm.
at first, I didn't really know too much about being in a group or doing music as consecutively as I was on my own because I was usually used to doing it with others, and that's my boy KT. That's a whole other story we talked about with that. But man, we got a lot of exposure in that group, bro. I mean, the good, the bad, the ugly is the good. Hold on, real quick. It's cut, bro.
Hmm.
Yeah, I see. Just slide me a 10 real quick.
Block pulled back, so I'm blocked by the tree from that nigga. Seen the porch with the rose and shit.
Yeah, no. Hold on, my bad.
No, you good.
Yep. My bad, bro. Give me a second.
No, you good, bro. Go ahead, handle your business. I ain't mad at you.
Hey, why is he standing up, bro? What I tell you, got one fucking job, my nigga. Don't let him stand up.
Love my boy. Be safe. So Black World, well, I'll say this. Sudamall, that was my rider in that group. Me and bro sat down and we was just chopping it up all the time. That was my nigga for real. Same, ain't nothing changed between us. And then in addition to that, I made hella music with Davey. And I left off saying how we had mad exposure. Because, bro, as a group, we was going crazy. We was doing like hella shows. I mean, we was at the spot. We was everywhere. And it got to a point where we was starting to get exposure for bigger organizations and stuff like that. Like, man, what's bro's name from D12? I forget his name.
Is he a producer?
Nah, he's a group member.
Swifty? Not Bizarre?
Bizarre, yeah.
Bizarre?
Yeah, we did a show, and Bizarre and his manager and his other, I think it was his A&R or something like that, they was in the top watching us the whole show. And
that's what's up.
When we was done, them niggas came down and met up with us and shit. And this is one of those moments in rap where you know, like, all right, this is what the industry could or could not be. It kind of lets you decide for yourself, right? So we all meeting them and shit, right? Introducing ourselves. And I'm like, what's good? You know, I keep it kosher. We're all people. I don't care what you are. You could be the fuck president. I'm be like, what up, my nigga? You know what I mean? So I'm cool as ever. And I'm like, you want to hit this L? And this nigga was like, nah, you got something else. And I'm like, damn, nah. And that's kind of where that was right there. So bro on the other end happened to, you know, had that demonstration. So they had their conversation. That's how that relationship worked, in other words. But we had several experiences like that, bro. We even had experiences with other things, like triangle-shaped things with eyes in them, if you know what I mean. Like we were getting up there, bro. And then I think like a lot of other groups, and I think it's a good time to share all this because we all grown now. Niggas need to just accept what it was. There was greed involved. There was selfishness involved. And that shit dismantled what was beautiful. And and we all ended up just going our separate ways, bro. And it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? No hard feelings, no nothing. It is what it is.
Yeah, it happens. I already know, bro. That type of shit happens. A lot more when there's a lot of people involved. Because everybody got different personalities and shit of this sort. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's hard to get everybody to be like on the same page with certain shit, but.
Yeah.
But like you said, it was one of those, it's experience. It was good while it lasted. You got what you got out of it, for sure. So you have a new project being released soon. What's the name of that? And do you have any features? And when will it be released? You ain't got no name yet? Okay, nice. I like that. Keep it.
No name, no release date. I ain't got shit. I
Okay.
just got music.
For sure. I ain't mad at you, shit.
Cause I just been having fun, bro.
Do you have
what you gonna say?
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, I had released that last project, Trials and Errors, and that was just me getting my feet wet by myself again, having fun. Cause music is fun for me. I don't do it to have a career in it. It's just fun.
For sure, yeah, just to get shit off, therapeutic. Yeah, I was actually gonna ask you, do you have other projects for people to check out, if they wanted to, and where can they find them at?
Right now, I'm on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, R.A. Rob Will, Trials and Errors. That's the name of the album. I got 3%. I gotta put this thing on. And then everything else, bro. I be having people send me videos from back in the day because I'm a little bit older now, so my music career took off when I was younger. and I did that
Mhm.
all through my 20s. So that was like all 10 years ago, plus 10 plus. I even got to hunt some producers down to get some of my uncleared tracks, just so I got them.
Mm. For
Hey, am I
sure.
gonna be able to use
For
the
sure.
audio on here without the headset?
Um, I'm sure you. Yeah, you will be. Yeah,
All right, bet. Yeah, because I had to charge my
yeah,
phone.
yeah. All right. For sure. Yeah, you'll be able to. I think you'll be good.
That's right. Oh
What do
yeah,
you
we
think
good.
about the current? What do you think about the current music scene in Milwaukee?
Man, it's interesting, bro. It's kind of like how would I describe this? I think Milwaukee got its own sound again. Is it the sound for everybody? No, but is it Milwaukee sound? Yeah. So I'm rocking with the Young Bucks, man. They making moves. They in the industry. Shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple of little
For
homies who out
sure.
there doing it.
Hell yeah. Is there any artists or producers that you would like to work with in the city?
Uh, that I haven't worked with.
Yeah, that you haven't worked with that you would like to, or
Producer wise, um, I would say I still need to be from your ass.
yeah, for sure. You're right. I gotta send you one.
And
So you're always welcome to
it's
the
the
studio, bro. Too.
man. I don't know. I'm trying to think of who my sound meshes with. Well, me and my nephew already discussed. We finna drop something. So when you hear this, FYB Frank, um, I'm gonna fuck with him
Hmm.
on something. I'm gonna do some new age shit. And I mean, like anybody else who I really catch a vibe with, really, I don't be in the stew like that no more. So it's just whoever knows me type of deal.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna ask you like kind of like these. I don't know. They're kind of like funny questions to me, but they're kind of valid though. Like, uh, so like as far as tattooing, uh, what's the longest tattoo session anybody has ever done with you where they've sat like through that whole session? Like, what's the longest? What's the record?
16 hours.
16 hours? Yeesh. Damn, that's beastie. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Uh, has anyone ever passed out or fainted or anything during a session? Particularly like one of yours or around you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
So that
yeah.
does happen.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You tell a motherfucker make sure they eat and they don't eat,
Yeah.
and then you're like, hey, you straight? And they like, yeah, I'm straight. And you give them water and they straight, but then they like, no, I'm not, and they yellow. I mean, it's so
Hell
bad,
no.
bro. They're like, we used to have a homie in the shop who just, I don't know why, he just had a lot of people who passed out in his chair.
Hmm.
And I was
That's
telling him
crazy.
that his client was finna pass out. I'm like telling him, I'm telling her, and she's like, no, I'm fine. And sure as shit, bro. Well, it's because it happens this quick. I'm looking at her. I look back to do my tattoo. I look up again, and she's like this. just, just done. Just cooked, bro.
Hell
I'm like,
no.
bro, grab your
That's
blunt
crazy.
type shit. You feel me? This man,
Right, right.
it's crazy. It's
Wow, so
crazy
that
how.
shit happens more and happens more than people would think. Like I thought that was just like a, I seen it happen like in videos once again, but I didn't think it was something that was like, you know what I'm saying? That it actually happens a lot like that and shit. But that's crazy. Um, so to finish up, I like to always ask my guests these next questions. Your personal top three Milwaukee artists, no particular order, just whatever.
Hmm. Well, my nephew, my favorite, Huncho Gang J.
Hmm. He's nice.
my nigga Icon, but he moved to Houston.
Mm. Yeah, I remember Icon. Yeah, that's
Fire.
he does production now, right? He does beats and shit like that.
Yeah, but he record too. I got a couple tracks with
Right.
him. And fuck it. I'll do like one that I normally wouldn't consider. I like Chicken P, bro. Some of his
Hell yeah.
newer shit, I'll be like, all right, bro, I see you.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yep, his music definitely grew on me, so I fuck with him.
That's what's up. How
I'm
about
to that?
Yeah, go ahead, go for it. It'll give you a chance to think about this next one. Top 3 Milwaukee producers, no particular order.
Mm-hmm. Man, this is gonna be tough because a lot of my production comes from out of state.
Mm.
I don't know if he's still relevant on this side of it, but no particular order, like you said. Mammoth Music.
Mm-hmm.
Bro ain't from here. Who else?
Well, how about just your top producers? Don't even have to be Milwaukee.
All right, my homie Tasty.
Okay.
We out in Cali.
Nice.
And the homie Epic. Those are like kind of my go-tos.
For sure. Hell yeah, that's what's up.
And then a bonus one would be with Trizzy Tracks.
Go ahead, yeah. Trizzy Tracks?
Trizzy, yeah, Trizzy Tracks.
You talk about Trizzy Tracks? Yeah. I know about Trizzy Tracks. Yeah. He dope.
Fire.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah, that's a decent pick. I'm gonna check them other ones out. I'm gonna look into them. But right now I'm gonna post up your contact information for anyone who, may be interested in booking you for a tattoo or something like that.
Yes, sir.
There it is. RA, the professional skin therapist. Contact via Instagram. RA_WIL_. Yup, photos and size of your tattoo desired. Now get to work on your next dream tattoo. And he did one of my, I actually forgot this, but you did one of my cousin's tattoos. I think it was like an anime tattoo. It was like maybe, I don't know how recent, but it was, quite recent, maybe a couple months ago or something. But yeah, I had told her about it. I was like, man, if you want to go get a tattoo, go holler at my guy. He'd be going crazy. And then she was like, you got any little photos or anything that you could send me real quick? And I know I got some shit from you on Snapchat. I just downloaded it real quick, sent it her way. She was like, damn, dude? Like, yeah, man, get here, go by him. He'll have you right. And sure enough, she was very thrilled with the tattoo. I seen it too. That motherfucker looked nice.
I appreciate you, bro. That shit was, I don't know which one it was. I got a feeling I have an idea of it though, because I did a few.
It was my female cousin. She a little tiny little short thing.
Okay.
Not even, she don't even make 5 feet. Yeah. Yep. And then I got another my other cousin, Junior, he might be hitting you up as well because he has seen your work. He actually was showing me your work on his Snapchat page, and I was like, I know, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was like, what? I was like, yeah, I know, dude. He works, at the skin museum. I hit him up. He nice. He be going in. So yeah. But at the end of the show, I always like to close out. I like for our guests to close out. You got a song that you wanted to introduce I'm gonna let you do that. You introduce the title, whatever, whatever else you want to say, and then we'll get into that, and then we're gonna be up out of here. That's our time on Panorama. So I'm gonna pass it over to RA, and he's gonna introduce his song, and we're gonna get up out of here.
Yeah. Name of the song is motherfucking Reggie Miller. I don't know what's gonna drop yet, but when it does, y'all get it. And if you want it, and you know me personally, just ask me and I'll send it to your ass.
You heard it.
Here. Where the camera at?
Peace.
Behind that pump faking, only one Reggie Miller. Yeah, all my guns patience. Yeah, my pockets fat, jeans looking like they rap. Head on swivel, try and tell them all this hustle came from trap. Look at the review mirror, then I saw my competition. Keep asking how I'm winning, all this came from repetition. Asking how I'm doing, I be telling them I'm chillin'. Studying my moves, I got a school for what you missing. Yeah, you know I've been a fool with it. All my music sound like dumping out the flat. Ain't worried what you do. Busy booming, bitch, ain't no looking back. Turbo Maserati fast, you in a scooter. We might give your ass a pass and let you Uber. I was taking it myself, I paid a Supra. Chasing gold so I can navigate a future. Fuck you doing? Double snaking, behind that pump faking. Only one Reggie Miller, yeah, all my guns patience. Yeah, my pockets fat, jeans looking like they rap. Head on swivel, try and tell them all this hustle came from trap. Look at the review mirror, then I saw my competition. Keep asking how I'm winning, all this came from repetition. Asking how I'm doing, I be telling them I'm chillin'. Studying my moves, I got a school for what you missing. Open my notepad, and you were fluent, yeah. Talk the dope, boy, never seen a cutie. Double them down, ever move 20,000 in a day. And the next you double down. D-boy talking that Nokia, floating 2 ways in another town. Hey, black boy hustle, we're more than 2 away. Curly head fuck boys, posted where the tools play. Hey, wasn't no home gardens, just backdoor exits to alleyways. That was our shooter range. I don't feel like I grew up different, so I seen a hood nigga. Walk around them rich niggas, adopted the game like a portable charger. You ain't gon' do with them. Double snaking, behind that pump faking. Only one Reggie Miller, yeah, all my guns patience. Yeah, my pockets fat, jeans looking like they rap. Head on swivel, try and tell them all this hustle came from trap. Look at the review mirror, then I saw my competition. Keep asking how I'm winning, all this came from repetition. Asking how I'm doing, I be telling them I'm chillin'. Studying my moves, I got a school for what you missing.
Apparently shooting a slave master isn't funny to anybody but me and him. If I could, I'd do it every episode.